Good morning, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. The reason I'm doing this reading is because I was going about my day when suddenly I felt this wave of energy that was so powerful, and that it literally caused me to have to pause and kind of take a breath, take a break during my day, because this energy was incredibly emotional. It was loving, but it was also filled with a lot of longing. There was a bit of confusion in this energy as well. And I could sense intuitively this is an energy running between two souls who are at some kind of a distance or in some kind of a disconnect in the 3D, but very much 5D connected at the soul level. And the reason I processed this energy, I picked up on it, is because there is a group of you who are connected in through this channel, who are tapped in here energetically, who need to receive some kind of message about what is going on between you and some other soul to whom you feel this. The word that comes out is unexplainable, illogical connection. So in today's reading, we are going to be channeling deeper into this, as well as channeling messages for the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine collective. Now, if you are new to this channel, I do invite you to subscribe. And by subscribing to this channel, this does allow me to pick up more easily on your energy and your situation, because subscribing is a form of energetic transfer. So regardless of whether you are subscribing during the premiere of this reading or afterwards, time doesn't exist at the energetic level. So I will be able to pick up on your energy as part of this collective and channel more personally for you. The very first card to come out here is Man Holding a Heart in the reverse position. And I strongly feel a masculine coming through here saying, I was holding back. For some reason, I heard something about Christian. So this could be a name, the name Christian. This could also be speaking to the fact that this masculine may have been someone who was religious or is religious. He may even be part of a Christian faith in some way. But do keep in mind, whenever I channel these very specific words, names, details, these are meant for specific individuals, so only take what resonates. But with the Man Holding a Heart reversed card, what I'm getting right away, and I was getting the letters S, A, and R for potential letter initials for someone, I'm getting that there is a masculine here who either was in the past or is holding back when it comes to expressing his feelings. And it's really interesting because as I was getting ready for this reading, the card from the Soul's Journey, which is really an emotion-based card deck, the card that came out was Fear. And I felt that strongly from the masculine energy I've been picking up on. I want to know what this masculine has been so afraid of moving forward into action. I'm hearing a masculine who associates moving forward into action with the potential of being rejected and has a lot of fears around being hurt in the end if he were to move forward within this connection. But regardless, with woman holding a coin in the reverse position, this is the karmic feminine card. And what I'm hearing this masculine say is, no one else intrigues me, no one else interests me or catches my eye. For some reason, that specifically is coming out here, which leads me to believe that this masculine might be speaking to the fact that when he goes out places, when he's in public and there are other feminine energies around, no one catches his attention, no one catches his eye, because his heart is now completely set on you, the feminine in the situation, the one who walked away because he couldn't make a decision. With walking away in the reverse position, there's something about the color pink coming out here for someone, and indecision reversed. It's like, now that you've walked away, I know the decision I should have made all along. And the frustrating thing about this dynamic is I feel that this divine feminine I'm picking up on, which may be you if you are the feminine here listening, I'm sensing that she may have waited a long time for this masculine to make some type of a decision. And I just see the clock ticking and ticking, representing time going by in this period of limbo. I hear her saying, masculine, you put me in a period of limbo where I had to wait. And with worry upright, I'm getting this feeling of worry, paranoia, anxiety. This could have been how a divine feminine was feeling as she was waiting on this masculine to make some type of a decision to move forward. There's something about birds coming out here. I could hear bird sounds through my window, so some of you might connect with bird sounds in some way. How is this divine feminine feeling now? Peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. What I really see, because this peace card was reversed, I'm getting that the feminine I'm tuning into here is seeking peace, reaching for peace, not willing to remain in situations of chaos that keep her from her own sense of harmony within herself. Releasing negative and chaotic energies from her life. And I feel that for some feminines, even though this is and always has been a highly spiritual connection, there was a lot of chaos here. There was a lot of lack of peace, a lot of conflict or confusion that was stealing her peace, keeping her in a state of worry in some way. So I'm going to reshuffle the cards. The numbers 808 might be significant to you, but also this is the peak of the Lionsgate portal, 8/8. So with that being said, since that date 8/8 is coming up here and will be approaching in just a few days as of when I am releasing this reading video, in the extended version of this reading, I will be sharing anything that your guides, your higher self, whatever divine forces you connect with might want you to know about this peak of the Lionsgate portal, how it might be affecting your life or your love connections, or specifically your connection to this masculine energy who's been coming through. So that extended information about what to expect from the 8/8 Lionsgate portal is on our Patreon reading, which I do channel extended Patreon readings on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, along with these standard readings on those same days and times. And the link to that extended Patreon reading is in the pinned comments and description box under the video. So woman holding a heart reversed is coming out here. I'm getting that someone is seeing a lot of the number 444. And whenever you see the number 444, this is a message from your guides to release your fears, to release your anxieties, because right as I said 444, the anxiety reversed card came out here. For some reason, I'm hearing someone may have been biting their nails recently or falling back into some old habit or tick of that is a manifestation of worry or anxiety, which may be part of why your guides for someone specifically are coming to you with this number 444. Now, let's get a bit more specific information. What anxieties or fears are being called to the surface for release? Fear of not being 3D supported within a love connection, moving into the future with caring connections in the reverse. The thinking woman in the reverse position, contract upright. Wow. Okay, so with the thinking woman reverse, what I'm seeing is a divine feminine who has been on a very exponential growth trajectory, spiritually, mentally, physically, but I feel these fears surfacing for you sometimes of repeating old patterns and cycles. I'm hearing self-sabotage with contract in the upright position. You might be seeing some of the number 666. And what I'm getting is there could be a divine feminine here who has been feeling these fears. Am I going to continuously repeat these same self-sabotaging or self-limiting cycles? You may have found yourself recently falling back into old patterns, feeling a bit of internal or external conflict or chaos in your life with hostilities upright. And because of this, you may have been asking yourself, am I going back? Am I retrograding? Am I backsliding into old patterns that I thought that I'd healed? So I want to know what is really going on here. What is the higher truth of the situation for the divine feminine who has been experiencing fears of repeating old cycles or patterns that have been coming up recently? Star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. The wound has been activated because it is time for the healing. I'm getting that some of these old familiar patterns that have been coming up for you, divine feminine, it's not that you've been backsliding. It's that it's actually very much the opposite. It's that you have reached a point. And I keep seeing my guides showing me when you get activated spiritually as your light body expands. This happens in stages because if it were to happen all at once, that extreme state of spiritual receptivity, sensitivity would be overwhelming to your physical human mind and even your physical body that is still carrying a lot of density. So because of this, it happens in stages. And what's going on as you feel the surfacing of these old patterns and cycles isn't that you're backsliding. It's that you are entering a new stage of your own ascension process. You are being activated to a new level. And when these wounds come to the surface, it's as though your higher self is saying to you, you are going to feel this all over again because you are ready to release it. And it's only through feeling and re-experiencing these patterns that you can actually let them go, that you can breathe them out, vent them out of your being, that you can release them. What else does the divine feminine need to know here about these old patterns, cycles, this newfound activation? Let's get a Moonology card for you also. Wow, what a beautiful card. A new start is coming. So in the extended version of the reading, Divine Feminine, I will be channeling more messages from your guides and your higher self about this new start coming and about potentially what this could look and feel like for you moving into the future, to the Lion's Gate and beyond, as this activation, this next stage of spiritual activation takes place within you. And I'm getting a preview message that it has to do in parts with the activation of your soul gifts to a greater degree that will reflect in your soul mission manifested here on earth, your life purpose. So again, those extended messages from your guides and higher self about this Divine Feminine are in the extended reading, which is linked in the pinned comments and description box under the video. But for now, I do want to read a bit more into the masculine energy, that emotion of longing that was coming through so strongly today. A masculine here is feeling very unfulfilled with envy in the upright position. I'm getting that if you, Divine Feminine, are dating others or romantically connecting with others, this masculine is feeling very jealous of this. Even if he's not consciously aware of it, his higher self is sensing that you are connecting with others. If this is the case for you, again, this won't be for everyone. And this is causing him to feel this intensification of longing for you. Now, even for those of you who are not connecting romantically with other masculines as the feminine, I see that something has sparked an intensification of emotional longing for you romantically. I'm getting physically, intimately as well. There's a lot of that sacral chakra energy coming through. And I'm getting you might be feeling this also through an activation in your own sacral chakra, Divine Feminine. You may have even felt some pains or some strange sensations in your abdominal or lower stomach area. And I'm getting this could be connected to I'm getting the overwhelm, the intensity of sacral chakra energy being sent to you from this masculine, the desire to open up, to be vulnerable, to be intimate with you, to touch you, to hold you, to be near you. And I want to see if I can get more messages on that. So what is going on with this masculine who is, I'm getting seeing the light about something, realizing the truth about something. What is going on here? What is this masculine consciously thinking or feeling? Deceit in the upright position. There's something here about being inconsistent. I know I was inconsistent, or my words and actions with you, Divine Feminine, were not in alignment. They were inconsistent. I feel so strongly that I've been lying to myself when I've been pretending there's a way for me to be happy without you, or in some other form of relationship without being connected to you in some way, because in your physical absence, I'm realizing just how spiritually connected we are, and yet how unbalanced things became with Magician and the Mirror in the reverse position. This masculine is deep in the trenches of the integration of his own energy body, very much a dark night of the soul, ego death kind of experience. I feel him saying, I don't know who I am anymore. Blossoming abundance in the reverse position. I feel like I dropped the ball. Somehow I feel a masculine literally using that phrase. That might be coming through from one specific masculine who speaks in that way, because that's not usually how I personally channel. But I feel this masculine sensing that a feminine here has slipped through his fingers, and he is making a plan. Strategy upright. I felt a very strong energy come through this strategy card. This masculine is strongly in his head thinking about how he can, I'm hearing, fix this or move this forward, what he can do to resolve these feelings he's having within himself of unfulfillment, of I've been living a lie without you. A lot of you may be seeing the number 333 as well. And whenever you see this number, know that you are connecting with higher spiritual forces that are divinely guiding you and your life, and you can surrender to this knowing you are feeling within you that is really coming from your higher self, the divine forces guiding your life. Angel of love upright, this masculine is absolutely realizing that this connection they've shared with you, divine feminine, is an unconditional love bond. Whether they would refer to it as a soulmate, a twin flame, I hear some of them saying, like, I just feel as though I'm tethered to you. And that's really the energy that was coming through earlier today as well. The feeling of being tethered, the feeling of any time they try to forget you or walk away from you, they feel that pull back, that tethering back in their hearts, in their soul, in their emotional body. With Journey Upright, I have to tell you right away when this card came out, I heard that some of these masculines are going to be traveling to see you, feminine, or want to travel to see you. I was getting that very strongly. I'm also getting a J name like Jason, John, James, something like that for someone. Yeah, 7th chakra, the crown chakra, they are recognizing this for a highly spiritual connection. And I'm getting this message of a masculine finally beginning to wake up, finally beginning to listen to his higher guidance when it comes to this connection. Whereas I feel for a long time he was living in his own, I'm hearing his own lie, his own delusion. Or when I use the word delusion, I don't mean it to be a very negatively connotating word. It's just that I feel like this masculine, before he was going through this process of awakening, he had a very limited perception of life, of love, of himself. And from this limited perception, he didn't recognize this soul connection to the equal extent that you did, divine feminine. He believed he could somehow move on from this or let this go. So regardless of whether he did or did not try to let you go, he didn't fully value you, support you in the physical, because there was a part of him that was still unawakened, still not fully connecting with that spiritual truth, that this is a very deep and profound spiritual bond, that he is tethered to you. That word tethered just keeps coming out. It's like a soul connectedness that he's feeling, especially through his emotions right now. Community reversed, a lot of loneliness. I feel that this masculine himself may spend a lot of time alone just in general. But I want to know what this masculine's higher self wants to say to the divine feminine here. For some reason, I'm hearing my faith has been shaken. So if this masculine was very religious or in a very strict ideology or group, this could be his faith in himself, his faith in a religion, in a job, in this physical 3D matrix. I'm just hearing that's been shaken. I can't rely on those things anymore. With the thinking man reversed through that faith-shaking experience, I am releasing my ego. What parts of this masculine's ego are being released? The garden and the gates upright. Interesting. Can I get some clarification on this garden and the gate card? Okay, door to healing and happiness in the reverse position. The rainbow might be significant symbolism for someone. I feel this masculine really struggling to stay in the present moment. I see him daydreaming a lot, drifting off a lot emotionally, mentally. Once again, I'm seeing the number 333, 2333 showed up on the recording timer. And With hostilities reversed, I feel this masculine saying, I don't want to fight anymore. So for some, this could literally mean that there have been arguments between the two of you, and this masculine wants to reach some kind of a resolution. For others of you, this could be him not wanting to fight his own spiritual calling, his own spiritual path anymore. Door to personal healing and happiness in the reversed position. And of course, the yin yang card reversed. This yin yang card is my number one twin flame card in the deck. So for many of you, this absolutely will be a twin flame connection. And the fact this card is coming out as we're speaking to this masculine's higher self tells me that he is really beginning to connect in with the spiritual aspect of this connectedness to you. And through that realization, a deep healing and awakening of his higher masculine self is taking place with Healer of the Ages upright. Someone here might have a beard, facial hair, or just a longer hair in general. I'm getting that for someone. Angel of Strength reversed, feeling there's such a strange energy coming from this masculine. It's like, on the one hand, when it comes to the physical world, he's feeling his faith being shaken. He's feeling a lower sense of confidence in himself and this physical planet, his physical structures in his life that he used to rely on, whether this was work, relationships, other people, statuses, money, whatever the case is. And yet when it comes to his spiritual nature, there is this profound opening, this expanding, this healing taking place. And ultimately what I'm getting is that higher self is coming in to replace those lower aspects, which is why his faith has been so shaken. It's the necessary deconstruction of everything in his life he used to rely upon that wasn't aligned with his higher aspects and his higher calling here in this life. And he's breaking free through all of this with all tied up in the reverse position. And of course, I will be channeling more messages from this masculine as well as from the divine feminine, what they are both consciously thinking and feeling, as well as messages from their higher selves as well. And these will be in the extended version of the reading on Patreon. But for now, I do want to channel just one final message from the Rumi Oracle before we head over to the extended. And of course, this is the number 8 card because we got the 8-8, the Lionsgate portal. Now we're getting the number 8 coming out again. And this card is the Cosmic Hearts. So I am just going to close this reading by sharing a little bit from the guidebook here. I was dead, I became alive. I was tears, I became laughter. The power of love arrived and made me everlasting power. I have seen everything. I have no fear. I have the hearts of a lion. Very interesting that word lion is coming out as we've been talking about the Lion's Gate, it being Leo season, which is often symbolized by the lion. I shine like Venus, Rumi. I hear it and weep. In sublime reverence, I bow to this living, beating, loving heart of the universe. It echoes throughout all of creation. Once, some time ago, I was deaf. I strongly feel these messages coming from the masculine here, by the way. I had not heard one true sound, much noise, but no truth. So I believed in many things not worth believing in. Well, that's very synchronistic with the messages that were coming through from this masculine through the reading. There, in a moment of my crisis that cracked my heart open, I was given a gift. Though I felt fear and confusion, a gift came to me more powerful than those temporary ailments. That gift was the ability to hear the sound beneath all of life. I heard it, that sacred sound of the beating hearts of universal love. Now I know that belief in unworthy things like fear and doubt is lunacy. Even my loneliness became unconvincing to me. We, and I feel with that we, this masculine referring to you, feminine, and himself, we are animated by this living heartbeats, parts of life that is sustained by it. It pumps life through our veins. It has become so loud, louder than any word of fear. It resonates through my soul and eclipses any tremor of anxiety. Wow, what a beautiful, poetic closing message from this masculine's higher self here to you, divine feminine listening. I hope that for whoever was experiencing this wave of intense emotional energy, which for some of you may have felt like longing, may have felt like nostalgia looking back, I hope this was clarifying for you. I hope it shed some light on your journey or helped you to feel supported in some way. It's really my goal through this channel to create a beautiful space where we can connect as like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube and support one another along our spiritual journeys through life. So if that resonates with you, I do hope you will consider subscribing to this channel. The link to the extended Patreon reading is, of course, in the pinned comments and description box under this video for those of you who feel guided to explore more about that more private, exclusive space on Patreon. Otherwise, I am wishing you the most beautiful weekend, and I will talk to you again in Monday's reading.